In today's episode, we will talk about one of my big mistakes when getting started. Welcome to the NITRO Does Hockey podcast. I'm your host, NITRO. So remember way back in episode 3 when I said the two hardest parts of getting started were skating and getting the gear? Well, I've already talked about gear. So one of the biggest mistakes I made was not taking skating lessons right off the bat. I did some public skate sessions, like skating parties, open skate, and when I was talking to some of the people that worked at the Iceplex, asking about learn to play, what level of skating I need, they indicated that I skated well enough to do learn to play, which was true, but I didn't really know how to skate. I just figured it out. There was no real technique or understanding of technique with that. So why didn't I take the skating lessons? Our Iceplex is new, and the structure for Learn to Play and the Skating Academy were a bit in flux at the time, and it wasn't clear that there were skating lessons or some sort of skating course for people who were wearing hockey skates. It seemed like it was really focused and tailored for figure skaters, and so I didn't even realize that I could take skating lessons. Now, there are some Learn to Play programs that integrate skating lessons into the curriculum, and some Iceplexes have a separate skating academy that offers lessons for both figure skating and hockey skating. So if you're thinking of getting started, I recommend asking the staff at your Iceplex if there are skating lessons that you can or should take to prepare for Learn to Play, or if the Learn to Play program is going to teach skating or incorporate beginner skating in their curriculum. If you are an administrator of programming for your Iceplex, please take note of this so you can inform the audience and market your programs accordingly and really let the public know what their options are. So please get the word out whichever way your Iceplex is going with introductory skating lessons. So why do I wish that I took skating lessons? Well, the first thing is I would be much farther ahead in my skating than I am now. Basically, I hopefully would have learned good habits right off the bat. The flip side of that coin is that hopefully I wouldn't have developed my own bad habits, and so then I wouldn't have to unlearn those bad habits. I also think I'd have some better mastery of my edges. I probably would have learned how to use them earlier, and so I would work on it more. And so, in theory, I would be better at it with more practice time. Other things, I'd probably have better power output, more efficient stride. I was pretty straight-legged when I was skating. I still probably don't have enough knee bend, but I probably would have been better at those things had I taken lessons and gotten that feedback while I was skating. Of course, if I'm a better skater, I'm probably a better hockey player by default. Not necessarily better at the hockey part, but better at the skating part, which, it's a synergistic thing. And then the other thing is I would have met more people, so then I would know more people. So, look, I am doing pretty well. I know that I have improved so much since I've started. And I'll try to link an Instagram post in the show notes that shows you skating at my first ever Learn to Play and where I was just a couple weeks ago. That way you can gauge for yourself if you think my improvement is good. But I also think I could have set myself up even better. I could have improved more and more quickly if I had taken those skating lessons in the very beginning. So please learn from my experiences, talk to other people that have learned to skate as an adult, and look into your options. but seriously consider lessons to set yourself up for better or easier success, maybe a less steep learning curve in ways. So, with that, thank you for spending your time with me. I hope you found that helpful. Until next time, I'm Nitro.